bet you're worried.
We were worried.
We were worried about vaginas.
We were worried what we think about vaginas, and even more worried that we don't think about them. We were worried about our own vaginas. They needed context of other vaginas, a community, a culture of vaginas. There's so much darkness and secrecy surrounding them, like the Bermuda Triangle. Nobody ever reports back from there.
In the first place, it's not so easy to even find your vagina. Women go weeks, months, sometimes years without looking at it. A high-powered businesswoman was interviewed, and she said she was too busy. She didn't have the time. Looking at your vagina, she said, is a full day's work. You have to get down there on your back in front of a mirror, and standing on its own, full length preferred. You've got to get in the perfect position with the perfect light, which is then shadowed somehow by the mirror and the angle you're at. You get all twisted up, you're arching your back, your head's up, you're killing your neck, you're exhausted by then. She said she didn't have the time for that. She was busy.
So there were vagina interviews, which became vagina monologues. Over 200 women were interviewed. Older women, young women, married women, lesbians, single women, college professors, actors, corporate professionals, sex workers, African American women, Asian women, Hispanic women, Native American women, Caucasian women, Jewish women. Okay, at first women were reluctant to talk. They were a little shy, but once they got going, you couldn't stop them. Women secretly love to talk about their vaginas. They get very excited, mainly because no one's ever asked them before.
Let's just start with the word vagina. It sounds like an infection at best, maybe a medical instrument. Hurry, nurse, bring me the vagina. 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 It doesn't matter how many times you say it. It never sounds like a word that you want to say. It's a totally ridiculous, completely unsexy word. If you use it during sex, trying to be politically correct, darling, could you stroke my vagina? You kill the act right there.
We were worried about vaginas, what we call them and what we don't call them.
In Great Neck, they call it a pussycat. A woman there said that her mother used to tell her, don't wear your panties underneath your pajamas, dear. You need to air out your pussycat.
In Westchester, they call it a pookie.
In New Jersey, a twat.
There's a powder box, a poochie, a poopy, a pee-pee, a poopaloo, a punani, a pal, and a peesh.
Toady, Dee-dee, Nishi, Dignity, Monkey Box.
Coochie snorcher, cooter, lobby.
Gladys Spiegelman.
VDay, wee-wee, horse spot, nappy dugout.
Mongo, mookie, a pajama, fanny boo, mushmallow.
A ghoulie, possible, tamale, totita, kani,
A meanie in Miami.
A split knish in Philadelphia.
and a shmende in the Bronx.
We were worried
About vaginas. Down there? I haven't been down there since 1953. No, it has nothing to do with Eisenhower. No, it's a cellar down there. It's very damp. Clammy. You don't want to go down there. Trust me, you get sick. Suffocating. Very nauseating. The smell, the clamminess, and the mildew and everything. Phew. It gets in your clothes. No, there was no accident or anything down there. It's not so dramatic. I mean, it didn't blow up or catch on fire or anything. I mean, never mind. I can't tell you this. What's a nice girl like you doing going around talking to old ladies about that down there for anyway? You didn't do this kind of thing when I was a girl. What? Jesus, okay. Andy Levkov was his name. He was cute. At least I thought so. And he was tall, like me. I really liked him. He asked me out for a date in his car. Well, I can't tell you this. I mean, I can't do this. I can't just talk about my down there, you know? It's like the cellar. It rumbles sometimes. You can hear the pipes, and the things get caught down there, like little animals and things. It gets wet, and people have to plug up the leaks. Otherwise, the door stays closed. You forget about it. I mean, it's part of the house. It's, you don't see it, you don't think about it. It just has to be there, though. I mean, otherwise, the cellar would be in the bedroom, right? And, well, the bedroom would be in the basement. So, forget it. Yes, okay, all right. Andy Levkov. So, he was very good looking. He was a catch. At least that's what they call it in my day. We were in his car, a new white Chevy Bel Air. I remember thinking that my legs, they were too long. And, you know, I have long legs. Well, they were smushed up against the dashboard, and I was looking at my big kneecaps when he just kind of kissed me in this surprisingly take me by control like they do in the movies kind of way. Oh, I got so excited. I just, it was a flood down there. I couldn't control it. It was like this force of passion. Oh, it was just a river of life just flooded right out of me, right through my panties, right onto the seat of his new Chevy Bel Air. God. You know, it didn't smell anything. I mean, I didn't think so, but he said it smelled like sour milk, and that it was staining his seat of his Chevy Bel Air. I was a stinky, weird girl, he said. I wanted to explain that his kiss had caught me off guard. I wasn't usually like this, you know? And then I tried to wipe it up with my little dress. It was a little yellow primrose dress, I remember. And it looked so ugly with the flood on it. And he drove me home without saying another word. And I got out of the car. When I closed the door, and the whole store. Locked it. Never opened for business again. I dated some after that. But I was too nervous about the flood. And, I never got that close again. I used to have dreams. Crazy dreams. Why? Burt Reynolds, that's why. It was, you know, I don't know why. I mean, he didn't really ever do much for me in real life. In my dreams, it was always Burt and I, Burt and I, Burt and I. We always had a wonderful time. We'd be out, Burt and I. And it was some restaurant, like the kind you see in Atlantic City. The one with the big chandeliers, you know, with all the waiters wearing the best. Thousands of waiters everywhere. Burt would give me an orchid corsage, and I'd pin it on, and we'd laugh and laugh. We always had such a wonderful time. Always laughing and laughing, Burt and I. We did shrimp cocktails. Fabulous shrimp, huge shrimp. We'd laugh more. We were happy together. He'd look into my eyes, and he'd pull me to him, right in the middle of the restaurant. And just as he was about to kiss me, oh, the whole restaurant would start to shake. Oh, and pigeons, they'd fly out from under the table. I do not know what the pigeons were doing there. The flood would come out straight from there. It would pour out of me, pour out of me. It would pour and pour. And there would be fish inside it. standing waist deep in it, looking horribly disappointed that I had done it again. Horrified as he watched his friends, Dean Mon and the like, swing by in his tuxedo and evening gowns. I don't have drinks like that anymore. Not since they took everything out that was just connected with down there. Moved out the uterus, the tubes, the whole works. The doctor thought he was being funny when he said, if you don't use it, you lose it. And then I found out it was cancer. Everything around it had to go. Who needs it? Highly overrated. I've done other things. I love the dog shows. I sell antiques. What? You asked me what I would wear? What kind of question is that? What would I wear? You would wear a big sign, clothes due to flooding. What would it say? I told you. It's not like that. It's not like a person who speaks. It stopped being that a long time ago. It's like a place. It's like a place you don't want to go. It's just closed up. It's under the house. It's just down there. You happy? You got an old lady to talk about it down there. Feel better now? You know, actually, you're the first person I told. I think I feel a little better.